Meet Sunnild of Cyrodiil. Sunnild is an average imperial woman aged between 25 and 30. She grew up in a perfectly average family home. She has very typical imperial features. In character generation, I gave her a slightly smaller nose, differently shaped lips, and narrower cheeks. But all else is exactly the imperial female template. She is daughter to a metallurgist father and an antique dealer mother, both of them now deceased. Before she was born, her father Austin travelled through Cyrodiil, assessing potential mines, examining artefacts to determine their metal content, that kind of thing. At this time, Sunnild's mother Latinia was an orphaned girl living with her wealthy farmer brother and his wife. That brother and his wife were greedy people, and the wife in particular resented the need to house Latinia. The girl was a little sickly and weak, not suited to hard farm work, so not useful to them at all. Latinia developed a dream of moving to the imperial city to open an antique shop. When Latinia met Austin and fell in love, the greedy brother and his wife gave them money as a wedding present to get the shop started. The years passed. Austin developed great skill and established ethical contracts, supplying certain merchants with rare metals. Latinia continued to be sickly, but she was a competent merchant who developed a solid customer base of her own, trading in antiques and collectibles. Sunnild was their only child. Latinia passed away when Sunnild was 12 years old. Austin and she continued to operate the shop. A year before this playthrough, Austin died too, leaving his daughter a flourishing shop and a small moonstone ore mine. Enter Latinia's grasping brother. He claimed that the wedding gift was a loan which had since accrued interest. He presented documents and letters in support of his claim from influential people. Sunnild, in her grief and innocence, doubted this, but could not dispute the claim. She had no influential friends of her own, and nobody would take up her cause. She was out on the streets before she knew it.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. I welcome a friendly face in these dark times. How can I be of assistance?
Sunnild developed a plan. She had her father's metallurgy skills. She had knowledge of antiques and collectibles. There was, in particular, a market for Skyrim artefacts to private collectors in the Imperial City. Skyrim did not allow their relics out of the country, but so many of them were falling to bits in caves and crypts, sinking under lakes, getting buried by cave-ins, shattered by fighting bandits. She was actually saving those relics by bringing them back to Cyrodiil.
This humble Legion soldier is at your service. How can I help a fellow citizen of the Empire? What are you looking for? Merchants Inn in the market, King and Queen in Elven Gardens, the Tiber Septim in Talos Plaza, and All Saints in Temple District.
Now, Sunnild is not brave. She's not a fighter. She loves pretty flowers and lacy tablecloths. She prefers a cup of tea out of a delicate china cup to a mug of mead. She loves animals, but she'd rather see them on a summer picnic than in their native forest. But one must survive, and one must show greedy uncles that they shouldn't treat innocent relatives like that. She will raise money enough to buy a shop of her own in the Imperial City. She will put that greedy uncle out of business. Over the following year, Sunnild sneaks multiple times across the border into Skyrim. She doesn't go far into the country. She stays within 5 or 10 kilometres of the border. She slips into mines and caves, takes a few choice pieces, and then sneaks back home. If it works out well, This is a day trip. If not, she camps somewhere just long enough to sleep. She takes care to space out the journeys. She doesn't want her doings to get back to the uncle and his wife. The first grief at Austen's passing fades, but she is still in a bad place economically while her own former shop has a booming trade. Another journey into Skyrim is required. This trip does not go as planned.
You, finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they captured you... Oh God, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Now, I am a fairly seasoned Skyrim player. My plan is to skip a lot of this beginning stuff because I have completed this part of the game so many times I'm basically word perfect, which makes it less interesting for me. I'll put it enough that the basic story is there for anybody who hasn't seen it or played it themselves, but this is going to be basically a montage of the introductory quests, which are effectively the tutorial part anyway. Later on, there's a lot of freedom in this game and everybody plays it their own way, but these initial hours of the game, you don't have that scope. Now, I'm going to use Facecam for some of this. I've never actually recorded a playthrough before. My face is possibly going to appear in some corner of the screen. I'm going to spend some time figuring out what the least offensive part of the screen will be. It's going to block something wherever I put me. If I get sick of that, I'll just take myself off. I've no idea if I need me there. I don't see that it adds anything to have me in the picture, but apparently some people do like it that way. And at least you know what I look like.
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Lokir of Rorikstead.
No, I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you? You're a long way from the Imperial City. What are you doing in Skyrim? Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to Cyrodiil.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne.
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the renegade from Cyrodiil.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds!
Dragon!
Don't just stop! Guards, get the townspeople to safety! Someone get the battle mages out here! Now! How in oblivion did you? Enough! Come on! The dogs won't give us another chance! This way! Sovngarde awaits! Be true!
Legends don't burn down bridges.
Let's go! With me, up the tower! Another second now, buddy. Let's go! Stairs now! Some of these rocks will... Get back! See the inn on the other side. Jump through the roof and keep going. Go!
This one! Hemming! You need to get over here! Now! Attaboy, you're doing great. Coral! God! Everyone get back! Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. No, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. Stay close to the wall! Velo, you damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping that one. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine, I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard.
You, come on! Into the keep!
With me, prisoner. Let's go! We've got to get inside! Now! Looks like we're the only ones here. Was that really a dragon? Bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns. See if one of these chests has some armor for you.
There hasn't been much time to talk till now, and I'll be quick because he's going to talk a lot anyway.
Got to be a sword or two in one of these chests. Look around. You better get that armor on. Give that sword a few swings too. Let's keep moving.
Lower. There are a few things that
That thing is still out there.
I will do as I play through. I'm going to try to resist my usual tendencies of picking up every single thing that there is to be picked up. Okay. After you, Hetvar.
Come on, this way.
I will leave buckets, I will leave baskets. The
We need to get moving. That dragon
time may come when I can't resist.
Just give me a minute. I'm out of breath.
Hear that? Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
I like to reason with them. I'm not a fighter. Never was.
Hold up now. We only want to. If you want to die,
I suppose it should help.
Let me see if I can get that door open.
So this is what I look like. I would have made myself a bit older, but I feel like the game kind of needs me to be super fit without being trained up. That implies somebody a little younger. And a bit fit, yep. Now, I don't intend to strip them all of their clothes, but I do like to take weapons on the assumption that another enemy might come through and, you know, pick it up and use it. Let's not leave weaponry for the enemies. But at some point here, of course, I'm going to be over encumbered. Now, when I play on my own, I'm often over encumbered. And I'm fine with that. That's going to show up in this playthrough. Perfectly comfortable with it. I'm not a speed player. I like to look at everything. Not so much here because, oh my gosh, have I played this opening sequence often. Alright, come on. No, he's already fighting. Here I am just looking around. I'm not an enemy of the Stormcloaks. Particularly at this stage of the game, you don't have much choice. Now, I have a fair few mods on. I used to play entirely vanilla, but there's a few little things I've added in. Mostly houses, actually. I like real estate. I will claim and own as much as I can. Got the potions that he wants me to have. Can't have too many apples. Amazing how many cabbages can fit in a flat sack. Leaving the buckets. That's what I'm doing. Leaving baskets, leaving baskets. Oh, I have to take that basket to grab the eggs.
Done then?
Yes, I'm done. Thank you, Hatvar.
Dragon is attacking Helgen.
Yeah, that looks like I was interested in helping.
Don't make up nonsense. Although, come to think of it, I did hear some odd noises coming from over there.
Who are you?
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
Forget the old man. I'll come with you.
Ages ago, your fellows screamed for peace.
See if you can get it open with some pick.
Now I took his weapon. Yep. I shall indeed unpick the lock. So close. Take your potions, I'll take your gold, I will leave you dressed. You're gonna stand there, are you? The only reason to pick this one is just for the lockpicking experience. Sooner I level up, the better. Ditto for this. And why not? Okay.
There's no way out that way.
Can't we just be friends?
I guess we're lucky that didn't come down on top of us. This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
sometimes do play survival, but I'm not going to, not this time.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good
As
luck.
he says.
I wouldn't have made it without your help
It's
today.
probably best if we split up, and then if I stay here... Oh, yep, if I stay here, he stops some weights. I'm coming with him. All good. I always did plan to have come. He's got an impossible speed. He's like too fast for my walk, too slow for my run.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Someone who doesn't like to fight. Exactly what the Legion needs.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares.
It's a beautiful game, this one. It's a lovely world.
These are the Gorian stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
In different playthroughs I've done each one of these, and I like this one, but lately I go for the same one each time, and that is the Warrior Stone. Even though I don't like killing, it's still just a really handy skill to have. Get your combat skills up as much as you can.
I knew you shouldn't have been on that cot the minute I laid eyes on you.
Well, that's absolutely right, I shouldn't have. And I was not a renegade. I like to pick flowers. My character always loves flowers.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your home. But until we get that confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers and avoid any complications, alright?
That whole world always so beautiful. Fish. Yep, come on. I will take your advice. I will lay low. Just a girl picking flowers in the forest. Ooh. I like Hadvar. I hate seeing him killed. I hate seeing anyone killed, but I do like him as he's a nice guy. And I think it's really sad that he and Ralof must have fallen out, because they live right across
Things look
the lane
quiet
from
now.
each other.
Come on, there's my uncle. Uncle Halvor, hello.
What are you doing? Are you on leave from shores, bones? What happened to you, boy? Are you in some kind of trouble?
Keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
She's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrow.
Dragons now, is it?
Sigrid, we have company.
We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can.
It's very kind of you to offer, and I'm not going to take your stuff. If I play survival mode, I do take the food. But I'm not, so I can leave it with him. We'll take his lockpick. He's a blacksmith. He can make more. And I think I will let you take your potion since you're offering.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
I think if you're going to play Skyrim, which so many people do, you need to make peace with the dialogue options. But they really are a bit clunky. I've already taken the supplies I want. I will ask how to get to Whiterun.
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
When you meet somebody and he's invited you inside and you are eating at his table and he's offered you his health potions, would you ask this kind of touchy question? Like, what can you tell me about the Jarl? What do you think about the war? I couldn't touch that unless you know somebody well.
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times.
Yeah.
So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though. But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death. If you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days. People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? Nords have always supported the Empire. And the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
And I guess this is the last one.
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. But then, Ulfric and his Sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
And that's
Keep
it.
safe.
Did you see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Where's he gone?
Make yourself at home.
I will. Thank you. I want Hadvar. Where did Hadvar go? Oh, he's sitting down here reading a book.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here.
Sure.
I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
You just read your book, and I will carry on.
The Legion is Skyrim's only hope right now. Come on, we better get moving.
By which
Stay
you
sharp.
mean I had better get moving, because you're going nowhere, are you? It's just gonna hover around down there.
Did you really see a dragon?
Yep.
Papa says I'm too friendly with strangers. But you seem alright.
It's night. I like to do the... Oh, he's open?
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing. Oh, A customer. Sorry you had to hear that. Yeah, an ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one. This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child. Mara bless you for agreeing to help us. Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up. Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.
Okay. I'm actually not going there. It's too late at night. Since they've basically run me out of town. Very pretty place. I'm not going to follow the road. I know where I'm going. I played the game so much. I'm just going to get out of the rain.
By Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north by the Loria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a... wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to do. Let's see. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
You were gone long.
Thank you.
I got to think you did.
So let's have a look at that.
Weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere. Is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing, talk of a riot in Helgen, Mount Jesters. Skyrim's gone mad, girl. You need to be
Yeah, I'm
careful.
just standing here listening.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skullbar. I'll remember that. Yeah, right.
He's just going home to bed. Oh, who are you?
The road makes this one weary.
Yes, me too.
Nope. Sorry.
I spend a huge amount of time. I like the region.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too. You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner be my name than a sword. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Now she's going home to bed. Past midnight. And even this place is closed by this hour. Is he awake though? Nope. I'll come back tomorrow.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Don't you ever sleep? Always just standing about.
I'm the commander of the guard here in Whiterun. My boys will keep you safe. Don't you worry.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. Sadia, dear? I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
Sing you a special song tonight, beautiful lass?
Not now, I'm working.
Ah, you're always working. Why else would I spend so much time here?
Mikhail is quite the songbird. Maybe he's the reason you're here all the time.
Aye, the bard's got talent. I'll give him that. You just make sure his music is the only thing you're admiring.
Oh, John, darling, you know you're the only stone-fighting, knuckle-dragging Nord for me.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Carry on, carry on.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Thank you very much. I do think it's a bit rude of them to put food here and not let me touch it. I mean, I'm hungry after the day I've had. I was a prisoner and then I was running. Elval fed me. But you couldn't know that. It probably is beautifully warm with that fire there. Oh, 2 AM, time for bed. It's morning. The terrible events of yesterday are over. Sunnild has slept, and this is the time for her to take stock. She's met some people, she's seen some things. She has some sympathy for the plight of the people of Skyrim, but it's not her place and she wants to go home. How? It sounds easy enough. Just leave Whiterun, head straight to the border and go. Home safe. But it's not going to be that easy. The Imperial soldiers have clearly started patrolling that border. The same thing might happen again, and it would be worse this time because they would know Sunnild as an escaping prisoner. Execution would be certain. You can't count on a mythical creature to save you every time. There's no easy explanation why that happened. It was almost certainly something the Stormcloaks put in motion. She'd been extremely lucky, but you can't expect that luck a second time. So it wasn't a good solution. She's kicking herself in a way because she hadn't paid any attention to the brewing civil war in Skyrim. People in Cyrodiil had mentioned this in passing, but it never really clicked in Sunnild's mind what that might mean if you saw it in person. It never occurred to her that anybody would be patrolling that south border in particular because Skyrim is under Imperial control. And on top of that, she was a perfectly innocent girl, yet the Imperials were still prepared to kill her. This world does not function exactly the way she expected, and Skyrim, at least, does not function the way she knows things would be functioning in Cyrodiil. This is frightening. The thing to do is to get somebody official to vouch that Sunnild of Cyrodiil is not involved in any treachery and is fully authorised to cross that border in the first place. Logically, she thinks, the person to vouch for me is the Jarl. I will tell him about the dragons, he will be grateful, I will ask for a letter of recommendation, he will write it, I can go home. In my storyline, she does jump across the border to get these collectibles, but she's never come this far, so it's all new to